Hi Libra, welcome to your August 2025 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. So this is for, as I said, August, right? But remember, these are for your sun, moon, and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon, or rising sign Libra, doesn't matter. This is for you. Make sure you watch all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards. But before we do that, I am going to disappear. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side. Your key to the month is dun, 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 dun. Ooh. The Magician card, right? So the power really is firmly in your hands over the course of this month. Now, one of the things that really strikes me or stands out to me here is that in all of these different areas of life, you are about to be reminded of not only how powerful you are, but also how much of your thought, your consciousness, your jumping card, your thought process, your energy really does shape your own reality. Now, the other thing with the Magician card, remember, because this is a Mercurial energy and Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Leo as we start this month, and actually right up to and including the 11th of August, Mercury is going to be retrograde. There is a sense and or a feeling here that you are, what's the word? You're getting a clearer understanding, or Mercury going retrograde is bringing your thought process inward to how you really communicate with the world at large and the connections, the collaborations, the friendships, etc., that you really are a part of. Now, the thing that really sort of settles for me, because you've got this Ace of Cups as your actions and options, really and truthfully, yes, it's about your thought process and your what's the word that I'm looking for, and your consciousness, right? How you utilize those things and move forward through the world is important. But what about your EQ? Your emotional intelligence is something that actually Librans, even though Libra is an air sign and it's cool and detached, etc., it is still ruled by Venus. Venus is a very emotional, very loving, very nurturing principle. And the fact that you've got the Ace of Cups here as your actions and options means that leading from the heart, using that heart-spaced intelligence, using your heart set instead of just your mindset, and finding a way to combine the two, who better than a Libra? Right? Who better than somebody that is a Venus ruled person to find a way to bring the heart and the head together? Now, what this means is your actions really have to align with your feelings. And if things aren't moving in the direction that you would like them to, that's probably where the disconnect is coming in. And this is what you're going to be asked to really pay attention to. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, there are fresh starts in your relationships. These can be personal, professional, or platonic relationships. There are fresh starts and new directions opening up to you now that your heart is open to the new possibilities that are coming in for you. Now, in terms of your communications and conversations, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is new opportunities when it comes to work, new opportunities when it comes to money, when it comes to resources, new opportunities when it comes to people that you can interact with. I love the Ace of Pentacles, and I love that fact that even though you've got, so two aces is can be said to represent trickery, but look at the aces that they are. They're the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. These are complementary elements. Earth and water, when they combine, create growth, right? They create things, literally, they create life, new life. There's new life, new opportunity, new nourishment, new resources, new potential that's shaping up in your career sector. For those of you now, the quality of conversation that you're having with that Ace of Pentacles And then you've got this Magician card as the key to the month. The quality of the conversation is really forward and upward. How do I create something that is really going to stand the test of time? But more importantly, how do I dedicate myself to something that is likely to take the next 12 months for me to really ensure its success? Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could be a new school, it could be a new course, it could be a new opportunity for work that comes through some sort of schooling, some sort of study or learning. That's all very possible. It could also be that the funding that you need for some level of study is actually now available to you. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, one of the ways that this could show up to you for you is literally a new job. And because you've got this with the Ace of Cups, this could be a job that you've been wanting for a long time. It could be a job that you have been trying to manifest for yourself for the longest time. Well, speak life into those dreams because they are possible now. Even with this Mercury retrograde, it's going to show you how the connections that you have to people in those larger sort of contexts, right? That Mercury retrograde is happening in your 11th house. So it's showing you that the people, the groups, the associations, the connections that you're tied to are really what's going to help you create the ripples of change that you're looking for. This Ace of Pentacles literally represents a new job. For some of you, this is a step up in, because this is absolutely like a promotion card. It's you stepping into those big sort of larger shoes and opportunities that are available to you. So I love that. Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, whatever you're working on right now is likely to take the next 12 months for you to really see solid results from. But what you are building at this moment in time is absolutely worth your time, your effort, and your energy. And I will say one thing that is evident here is it's also possible that you might need to spend a certain amount of money to get this thing off the ground, but it will be money that's well spent. Finally, for those of you that are what's the work? Finally, when it comes to your money and not money, sorry, when it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is really about a fresh start in the home, and also potentially for what you can do from home as a vocation rather than like a need to. I actually think for a lot of you, a lot of Libras, sun, moon, rising, young, old, employed, unemployed, I think a lot of you will be starting something new from the home that has a business or a professional quality to it. Wow, look at this, right? For your love and relations, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, look at that, right? You just couldn't ask for any more. I think this is your partner really getting behind you to support you in some way, shape, or form as you rise up the ranks. I love this because it's also a happy home. It's like a happy and fulfilled person makes a happy and fulfilled parent. A happy and fulfilled person makes a happy and fulfilled partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case might be, right? What I also like about this is there is peace and harmony coming into the home or the living situation. If you are single, there is not even a possibility, there is more than likely a chance that you connect to somebody who really makes you happy. And I'm gonna say, because of that Mercury retrograde, the chances are you already know this person or they are connected to you through your friendship or your social circle in one way. Now, what's also really interesting here is another phenomenon. Look at this, right? The Ace of Cups, aces represent the number one. So we've got the one here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, that's another one. We've got the Magician, which is the ultimate number one. Then we've got the 10 of Cups. 10 in numerology, slice off the 0, it gives us the number one. This is about you stepping into your uniqueness, stepping into your power. This is about you commanding your innate resources, also really turning your mind to the consciousness that inhabits your body that you are able to create from. This is you picking up your wand and saying, I'm going to create the life that I always dreamed about, that I knew was possibly, that I knew was possible to be mine. Okay, before we get into your money and materials, I just want to tell you I have a webinar that I am teaching. It's so basically it's about how to turn your tarot deck into a wand, right? I'm going to show you how to use your tarot deck for spell work, spiritual work, and magic. This is about taking that and turning it into a real practice where you can use this on a daily level. It's very practical. You guys know me. I like to keep it hands-on so that you can actually use it on a day-to-day basis rather than it being some, really out there esoteric concept that doesn't make sense for daily life. I'm really excited about this one, and it's something that a lot of people have asked me for. So if you are interested, there's a link in the description box below. If you're not on my mailing list, you're not getting those juicy birthday discounts, you're not hearing me talk about other things, including the astrology that I don't talk about on any of my other platforms. And as if all of that wasn't enough, you are not getting what's the word? You're not getting my weekly insights. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I put out an email and I will connect with you there. There's a link for that. You sign up in the description box below. Finally, for your money and materials, you have the Emperor card. So this is help and or support. This is you appealing to bigger or larger people, authority figures in some way, shape or form, or potentially connecting to financial institutions in a way that really brings money, finances and resources into your world, into your experience, into your sphere. The Emperor is the bank. The Emperor is the financial structure, and the Magician in this card, certainly in this month, is you, right? So money is looking good. I will say you might need to command the purse strings just a little better. So get a handle of your budgets, pay attention to what's going where and why. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, look, there's a lot of mental energy with that Magician card, so I just want you to make sure that you're really looking after your mental health, and not just necessarily from like a psychological perspective, but from a physical perspective as well, right? Like if you've got a headache, step away from the screen, go and do some stretching, roll your shoulders, make sure that you're keeping yourself active, etc. as well. Finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is so the Emperor can usually represent the authority figure in the home, and it can also represent the governing bodies around like your area. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something happening in your local area this month around law enforcement to do with the home, the property, or your local area. So keep an eye out for that as well. With that said, I can't wait to hear how this shapes up for you. Let me know in the comments. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.